Hi, happy Monday, and welcome to your Meditation Minute. I'm Krista Arthur, creator of the Joy Code, your system of emotional and spiritual healing and well being. And I'm so glad that you're here today so we can talk about this really important topic and then give you some tools to deal with all the stress or some of the stress in your life. The subject of today's meditation minute is how to stay calm no matter what. I know it's a big order, but I have faith in you and in me that we can do this. We can create a better world and create a better life by using these techniques to stay calm and centered and to be our best selves whenever possible. Sounds good, right? It doesn't feel good to be in a body that is angry, right? It doesn't feel good to be in a body that is upset all the time. It doesn't feel good to be in a body where you don't feel like you're in control of your emotional state, right? And so this practice, it's a very simple practice that you're going to learn. Is going to help you to feel more empowered and to be centered and calm, even when something really comes in out of the blue. So anyways, again, let's talk about some of the reasons why we do lose it. One is habit. And this is probably a learned habit from your childhood environment that small things, freaking out over small things or having huge emotional explosions and reactions to relatively small things was just a way of life in your house. It was just emotionally tense. And sometimes you didn't know if you were coming or going, if you had a parent that would just lose it. And now you've adopted that habit as well. So habit, but habits can be broken, right? Take a deep breath. Let it out. Habits can be changed, right? The second reason is your nervous system is topped out. And this again happens where you just have a lot going on, right? You got the job, you have maybe in-laws, maybe you have some health issues. There could be a lot of things going on, and it seems to be one thing after another. And what happens is that your nervous system becomes, it's like it becomes frayed. And so even the smallest things seem to set off a negative emotional reaction. You're just overwhelmed and overtired. Meditation is really the key for that and boundary setting. uh, it's very important that if this sounds like your nervous system, you're just up to here with stuff and you have a lot going on in your environment, that you make self-care a priority. And even 5 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day where no one is talking to you, calling you, bothering you, put the phone away, but you need some time to center, to calm, and to repair your nervous system. Waiting for some situation to change before you feel better is not a strategy. It's not a successful strategy, okay? So setting boundaries, doing some breath work and some meditation, which we're going to do in just a moment. The other issue is that there may be a deeper underlying cause, like what I was talking about a little earlier, which is, we have an emotional reaction to something, and it's really the situation has triggered something that has been latent on the inside. Okay. So I'm trying to think of an example. Well, one example I have is when I would have to cart my kids back and forth from to and from school. They go to two different schools. They have two different schedules, and I'm working, and I'm a single parent, and it's very very frustrating sometimes when just trying to work around their schedule. But it seemed to be a little bit out of balance, and I would get short with them. I would be irritable, and it didn't feel good to be in a body that was irritable, and then anticipating the irritation because I knew I was going to have to stop what I was doing to go and pick up one kid and take this kid over here. I think you get my drift. So when I went on the inside, which you can do too, because you are a knower of your own truth, you know the truth and you really do have the answers. So getting nice and centered, what came up for me was I felt a lack of appreciation. And this was also connected to my mother was always really good about, Krista, you're just so good at, this, and I can't believe you're doing this. And I always felt very loved and appreciated by my mom. And I am very, very fortunate to have had that experience. And after losing her a few years ago, she made her transition, which I'll talk about in another video. I really was missing that. So there was some grief there, some underlying grief. And there was also this feeling of lack of appreciation. So it wasn't really about having to pick up the kids, which could be a minor annoyance sometimes. It was really about these deeper issues. So sometimes that's one of the reasons why we're having these emotional reactions, these extended emotional reactions in these explosions. Okay. So what are you going to do about it? Well, one is to be aware, right? So you're here because you are aware that there is one situation. I just want you to pick one. I don't want you to think about trying to fix everything in your life all at one time. But I imagine that there is one situation or one person or one thing that just really gets to you. And you're tired of feeling like you're losing emotional control because of that one situation. So awareness is key, right? You're taking responsibility. Yes, that's number two. Now, here's the most important thing. I want you to have a vision of how you want to act, be, do instead. Okay? So think about that situation that is triggering your stuff, bringing up your stuff. Take a deep breath. Sigh it out. Good. How do you want to be instead? Do you want to smile? Do you want to stay calm? Get that in your mind. And now I want you to connect that image of how you want to be to a power word. Okay. So it could be, we're going to use the power word peace as an example. Another power word could be joy, right? You want to approach the situation. You want to react with joy. Maybe you want to react with understanding. Okay. Because we don't want to have to continue to visualize how we want to be all the time. Yeah. But the power word associated with that vision is what we're going to use for our meditation. So take a deep breath and exhale. Good. So you have your power word. Okay. Feet flat on the floor. Eyes closed, chin tilted slightly down so that the back of your neck is nice and long. Good. And let's take 3 hot breaths together. So go ahead and inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhaling. Exhaling. And one more time, inhaling. And exhaling. Beautiful. Go ahead and relax your face. Lift your eyebrows up and let them drop. Let your eyes be soft. Roll your shoulders up to the bottoms of your ears and then let them drop. Good. Feeling your beautiful body in the chair. Feeling your feet connected to the earth. Feeling the breath in the body. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Inhaling and saying silently to yourself, I am. Exhaling. Exhale your power word. Good. Inhaling, I am. And exhale your power word. And again, inhaling, I am. and exhaling your power word. Beautiful. Taking a nice, long, deep inhale. Exhaling, coming all the way back to the room. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. It was just a quick meditation. How did that feel? I hope it was good, because you're going to do it again, right? Your homework for the week is to do your power meditation 3 minutes a day. Just 3 minutes is all you need. If you want to do it more, it's fine, but 3 minutes is really enough, preferably in the morning, right? So you're going to do it in the morning and you're going to get centered for your day. You're only going to spend 3 minutes. So let's use the traffic example. Let's imagine that the traffic is the thing that really annoys you, or that's bringing up all of these feelings. You have an idea of how you want to be instead, and you have your power word and you're aware. Yes? So right before you go into that situation, right when I get into the car, before I get on the road, I'm just going to connect. I'm going to take a couple of deep breaths, just like you did here. You're going to take a few breaths, and then you're going to say your power word, and then you're just going to go into the situation. You're going to get on the freeway, and let's imagine somebody cuts you off, and you're going to feel that initial, you're going to want to react the way that you had been yesterday. Yeah? So what you're going to do is recognize that desire, and you're going to take a deep breath and connect with your power word and release. The next thing you know, you do this for a few days, the next thing you know, people are going to be on the freeway doing the thing that they normally do, and you're going to be feeling a lot more calm or centered or joyful on your ride to work or wherever it is that you're going, as an example. Yeah? Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again. Go to myjoycode.com for more information, and I will see you next time. Namaste.